Hi everyone, welcome back to Oh So Wow at World at Wow, the YouTube channel. Yeah, the last time we met, I was teaching you guys how to do a vintage makeup, so 1940s, and I did promise you that we'd move on to do hair next. So that's what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, I'll let you into a little secret. I'm not filming this on the same day, and I did go off and get my hair cut. And it's much more of a 1920s bob style. Louise Brooks can eat her heart out. It's not ideal to do a 1940s look. So I have been doing an awful lot of research and have found it difficult to find a 1940s hairstyle that's great for really modern short hair. I found one though, and I thought we'd give it a go. It's nice because the rollering can be a little bit more haphazard. I'm still waiting on my hot sticks to come in, so I'm gonna use tongs, so these little itty bitty tongs because I've got itty bitty hair, and yeah, just some products. So to quickly prep you, let you know what I've done, because I think product is really important for when you're trying to do a style. And so I washed my hair, washed my hair, and before I blow dried it, I used a bit of the Bumble and Bumble styling cream, and that's great because I've got quite fine flyaway hair, and I find that this will give me more hold. So I blow dried my hair, and you can see it's got a bit of crazy zhuzh going on, and that's all that stuff. I'm going to give another product a go while I'm trying to create more volume, and that is the Operation Glam High Profile Thickening and Lift Spray, and because I think it's got a little bit of hold in it too. We'll give it a go and see how it looks. Anyway, let's get crack-a-lackin'. Let me move a little bit closer. So this style is kind of a poodly Pompadour look. It doesn't sound great, but we're going to try and make it look quite cute because my victory rolls and whatnot will look a little bit funny. I think victory rolls would look better if I had a headscarf on. You've seen me with headscarves on doing the Rosie the Riveter look, and I think I need to show you something else. So starting with the front, my fringe. Now my fringe kind of goes in a triangle shape, okay? And we are just going to separate that out. We're going to get all the short bits together. Okay, excellent. So if you've got like sectioning clips or whatever, you can use sectioning clips here. I'm not going to use them because I don't have them. Now, if your fringe comes from further back and it can kind of form a square shape, that's groovy. You can do a roller here and a roller here, but because mine is narrower here and gets wider, I'm just going to do one little roller at the back. So I'm going to split this section in half. Okay. Oops. Little Cruella de Vil look going on here. Great stuff. Okay, so I'm going to get this section first, and I'm going to roller it forward. You can use heated rollers if you want as well, but I'm just going to try it with the tongs because I find that because my hair is so small, heated rollers kind of slip out a little bit. So I'm going to spritz. Now what I've seen people like Lisa FreemontStreet do, she's an amazing lady on YouTube who does some fantastic vintage hairstyles, but what I've seen her using and what a lot of the folks who do vintage hairstyles do is they would use like setting lotion. Okay, I couldn't find any setting lotion. I think it's just like so out of date over here now in the UK, but we're gonna give this a whirl. So I've rollered it now what we call on base, so you hold the hair up in the air and you roll it straight down to your scalp, okay? And I'm just going to let that get nice and hot. You don't want it scalded fingers by the end of this, in fairness. That feels good to me. Okay. And I'm going to just try and secure that roll just with some bobby pins. Or pins, basically, or grips, I think you probably call it. And I'm just going to just hold that in place. And you can see, with that thickening mist that I used, it's given it really good hold. Okay. Now, obviously, you can do this look. I think if you want it for longevity and to be really bouncy and really hold, it's better you do this look with a wet set. and using like pin curls. This is sort of like an elevated pin curl now, what you're seeing. But if you need to look up any of that stuff, I'll put a link to Lisa FreemontStreet's channel down below, because she's great. She's done it all. She shows you everything, so you can pick and choose. She's got like hundreds of videos. Now, I'm gonna separate these two because, you know, I think if you're a bit too ambitious with your sections, you'll get just really floppy meh kind of curls. So this, I'm just keeping my fringe essentially is what I'm doing. I'm just going to give it that slightly more Betty Page kind of curl under. Okay, so this section, it's going to be off base. So see, I'm pulling it out this way and rolling it into my scalp. I'm not pulling it up straight up like that. So off base. Okay, I'm just going to hold it there and let that bad boy heat up. I'm going to do the next one as well in the exact same fashion, pin it exactly like I just did there as well. And then we'll jump back and I'll just show you. I'm just going to haphazardly put some curls around the rest of my hair. Alright, I'm back. So, what do we think? You see what I'm doing here? Don't worry, it doesn't have to be tidy. And just give that a little bit of a spray. I'm using the Tresemme Extra Hold Salon Finish. It's like some sort of ridiculous freeze hold one. Yeah. Oh. Spray it in your face. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you on this side, and then to save you having to yawn and watch me continue throughout the whole video doing the same, you just understand that it's replicated the whole way round. So as I said, I'm going to do this quite haphazardly because the idea of the look is that it's a whole poof of curls and madness up here. So you don't need to be too precious with how everything's going to fall and pretty kind of waves on the side. And because most of my hair is bang like around here, I'm just going to get as much curl as I can, and then I'm going to scrape it up that way. But if you can see, if you carry on around the back of my head, it gets really short back there. So that's why it doesn't really matter what way you put your rollers in. I think the best advice I can give you is just make it as volumized as possible, and don't be too ambitious with your sections either. You know, like, I mean, even that's probably a little bit big. Okay, so I need to just kind of do smaller. The smaller sections you do, essentially the more poofy it's going to be. So, spray a bit of that bad boy on. Just comb that through. And yeah, for volume, just do it on base, like I said, so straight up and roll down. Because to be honest with you, we're not doing this kind of lovely long-haired kind of sleep it where it's really flat and then gets wavy at the bottom. That's where your off base works really nicely. But yeah, we're going for poof today, guys. So let's just go on base. I'm going to roll under. Oops. Clearly my rolling techniques need some polishing up. Okay, so just rolling down this way, down or under. Okay, like so. I mean, even that's quite a large section. I probably should have done half of that, but hey ho, you know what, if it works, it works. Bring it all the way down and just let that get nice and warm. And then I'm just going to pin it in place. And the reason why I'm just pinning it in place is just so as it can hold that curl until the hair cools down. And then that means that the hair will hold a bit longer. But if you really want the look to last a lot, like all day, and like, I know if you're doing some crazy dancing where you're flicking your hair around and yeah, doing that kind of thing, you'd want to do it with a wet set. As I said, Lisa FreemontStreet covers all of that. It's feeling nice and hot. So, okay. Oh, fab. Again, doesn't really matter where your parting is either, because all the hair is going to be brought right up on top. So yeah, I know it's hard to see because my hair is black and it's kind of black on black. But I'm just securing that little roll with a pin, with a grip. Okay. Great. So I'll keep going. I'll speed through all of this, and then we'll touch base again then at the end when I've gotten all the way to that side. so let's just pause there for a seckie. Okay, so what I've done is, even though I have these little scrappy bits of hair here, which I could get into a wave or which I could get into a curl, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them straight, okay? Because the way my hair is cut, it's long here and it gets shorter. So I kind of have like a triangle of shaved at the back. I'll zip around again, let you have a quick look. No, can you see? All right, so I'm only going to be able to curl to there, right? So I'm going to try and take that line around to here. So essentially I'm just going to stop curling above my ear, and the rest of these, as I say, this is a modern take on a 1940s look. So I'm probably either going to gel them down or straighten them down a bit, throw in a little scarf and just make it look kind of cute. Yeah, because I can't, there's no point, that is not, if I try and scrape that up, I'm going to have to get so much gel and hairspray and it's just not going to be practical. And also I want to go out tonight and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning and that's just going to look really not great. So if it was a wet set, maybe it'd be different, but for today we're going to give this a go. All right, so I'm going to speed it on up just to let you, that was just to let you know why I cut that bit out there. All right, but we're looking nice and poofy. Look at this. Let's keep going. Okay, this is the last section. So I put red lips on. Yeah, you can't do this look without that 40s look. So I put red lips on and I was only thinking how quick this look would be if I did have hot sticks, and how damn it I wish I had some to show you. Now come closer, friends. A little bit creepy, but in my hair kit I found one hot stick. It's not mine. I don't know where it came from. And let's just say I didn't steal it because it would not be worth my time. But that is an example of a hot stick. So you stick these all into this box that they come in, they all get really, really hot, and then you roll your hair up and bend it around like so. So kind of like that. And then they get really hot and you get some really nice tight curls, so then when you brush it out, it holds really nicely and it just looks lovely. Anyway, mysterious hot stick aside, I'm going to start letting this down now. So again, what I'll do is I'll speed through this because literally I'm starting from the bottom, working up and leaving my fringe till last. Whatever you want to kind of hold the longest and look the best, leave it till last. So my fringe is going to be like right there, so I'm going to leave that till last. Okay, so I'm going to just start unpinning. Onto the fringe. So unpinned, and then we're just going to brush that out. Oh, there's another pin in there somewhere. Ooh. Okay, and we have that really nice rolled up bang. So I just think of Ricky Martin every time I say that word. So backcombing it a little bit just to get a bit of structure on it. And then shaping it, pulling it out. Now don't worry if these little bits fall down, that's fine. You can either let them hang down or curl them back up. Okay, so there you go. And I'm kind of just tucking it under because my fringe is kind of short anyway. That works. I'm just gonna spray it. Oh, oops. A little bit more back on there. Okay. And you know, you can always pull little bits back here, get it into more of a U shape. So kind of have it elevated over here. And that's more Betty Page. Obviously Betty Page is much lower and rounder. Oh my god, seriously, that hairspray. Whoa! Strong. Okay, so that's kind of your poofy. Yeah, it's quite, you know what, like there's quite a few strays flapping around here. So work with them, bend them around your finger, pin them in, you know, make it work for you. I'm kind of like almost doing like a series of like elevated pin curls and victory rolls actually. It's great, you know, it's great for kind of, if your hair is like, if it's like day-old curls or something as well, and they're all looking a bit ropey, just, you know, whack them up into the top of your head. Looks good. I like that fringe though, how fun is that fringe? Okay, so we're going to tidy the strays away. I'm going to put a little headscarf on. Okay, see how this works. Okay. And this, to hide a multitude of sins. I just picked this up, like seriously, I think I've had this scarf since I was about 13. I'm no longer 13. So I got it in some like little shop. Well, there you go. And then that kind of hides the fact that my hair is kind of poking out underneath. Okay, and again it's more modern, so it doesn't matter if it's a little bit puffy and loose, but you can, all you need to do just to get more structure is just backcomb it a bit and hairspray and just grip in place. So I'm just going to quickly do that there. Bit more hairspray. Now I'm definitely getting high off this. Woo! Too much? Yeah, too much, but you know, play around with it whatever way you like. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Yes, I'm going to be doing so many more. I'll probably do a Great Gatsby tutorial as well. But for now, this is just a Lucille Ball puffy poodly pompadour faux bang in the front as well. And yeah, so please do subscribe because you're on our video, so you're probably on our channel, or go to our channel, subscribe baby, and follow us on Twitter at o_so_wow. Facebook, we're right on there too, so World at Wow on Facebook, and hey, you're here anyway, so World at Wow on YouTube. See you next time, guys.